Hello everybody, I'm Yu-Gi-Oh! Deckmaster, along with Reiner for a duel, my Constellars versus his X-Saber deck. Let's see what the starting hand is and where we can work from that. Now, just to give you all a heads up, I decided to do a little experiment. I swapped out my Forbidden Lances and put in my Level Luminary Beast to test it out. Since the last person rage quit, I never got to test out my side deck possibilities, so I wanted to test them out here. As you can see, I drew in Level Luminary B, Pollux, Kaus, Space, Chain, and Bribe. I'm going to, of course, summon Pollux to normal summon again Kaus. Most likely setting up for a first turn Pallades, which is a walking fucking compulse, obviously. Awesome fucking card to have on the field. Pretty much, you get him out first turn, which is pretty much my goal in the Constellar decks, if I go first at least. You get him out first turn. You kind of got free access to the field because anything they summon threatening, you can kind of just, you don't have to worry about as much. Now, of course, if I go second, it just depends. If they set like 4 or 5 back row and end, obviously there's not a lot of devastating back row in this format now, but there is still some. It'd be a toss-up between, you know, what kind of cards I think they could run and what kind of cards. If I think those cards are, you know, a lot of dangerous cards, I'm probably going to go for Omega over Pallades. If I think they're mostly bluffs, or hey, I've seen this type of deck played before, not many people run much of threateningness in it, so I'll chance it and I'll summon Pallades. But it really is just turn by turn basis on that, or duel by duel basis technically. Anyway, I'm going to throw Bribe down. Wait for it to unfreeze. Let them know it's a hidden tech for XYZ heavy decks. Yeah, I'm nice enough to give the guy a heads up. I normally, of course, have this card sided in 3, but because the last person kind of rage quit on me, which I thought was funny, I decided to go ahead and main deck it for this one-time duel just to see how it works. I would have tried main decking some other side deck cards, but I didn't know what deck I'd be facing, so it's kind of hard to predict what to side in. Level limit hurts a lot of decks nowadays, so I mean, it doesn't, at the time, it didn't even matter what this guy was playing. I was pretty sure I could hurt him with Level Luminary B. Just so happens it turns out it was X-Sabers, which, yeah. And just in case he gets an MST, I do got the Dark Bribe set. I'm hoping to get a duel. Ooh, Lightning Vortex. Discarding full Helm Knight. I'm of course obviously going to Dark Bribe that because, well, I don't want my monster blown to bits. Wasn't expecting to use Dark Bribe this early on. I was hoping to actually save it for later on when I go for an attack, but whatever. I'm hoping to put up a duel video here soon. I got to do some house cleaning today or tomorrow, and then probably around Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to put up my next deck. And I'm not going to put any spoilers in. You'll just have to wait to see what it is. So, you know, if you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. He summons Ragugera, which gets him back full Helm Knight from the grave, making the Lightning Vortex. Well, Dark Bribe kind of made it just a 1-for-1 anyway because he got to draw a card. Then when he summoned Ragugera, he got back the other one, so it kind of was a -1 for me. He sets the face down, ends his turn. Now I could send his monster back to hand, but that'd be pointless. I'd rather send back one of the back row. I lost Bribe, I might as well even it out. Plus, I do have a Mystical Space Typhoon in hand, which can come in handy. Now, where you're going to want to go with this, all, of course, depends on the draw. In my situation, okay, I draw an Algeti. I don't want to summon Algeti. Algeti or Pollux, if you get them in your hand, you don't want to summon them unless you can activate their effects. I mean, this deck is all focused on Exceed Heavy, so obviously I can't activate its effect. I'm going to probably play Mystical Space on the back row, which I did, throw Fiendish Chain down, and go into my battle phase, which I can easily inflict. Oh, damn. MST and MST. Well, I'd rather have used the Bribe on that, but I wouldn't have had a monster on the field, so didn't have a choice. It's been a long day. why don't y'all let me know how you prefer me to do these videos? Do you like it when I'm like crazy off the wall, adding sound effects, shit like that? Or do you prefer it if I look at it from a strategic point of view and kind of explain why I did the moves I did and stuff like that? I mean, you know, you can help me better the quality of my videos, but unless some people start speaking out, I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong, if I'm interesting you or if I'm just boring you. So you gotta let me know. You know, what do I need to work on here? Well, for now, we'll just go with this way. Obviously, with Fiendish Chain set, I'm pretty safe here. He has no cards in the field, 4 cards in hand, about to draw 1. But I got basically a compulsory evacuation device and a Fiendish Chain at my disposal for the most part. So I'm pretty safe. I mean, odds are he probably doesn't run more than 1 Vortex. Hoping not, at least. That's sort of a -1 most of the time. Sometimes worse. Okay, summons Borgonaut Knight. Now, obviously, Borgonaut Knight works a lot like my Algetti. It's going to let him special summon a Saber from his hand. I can't really let that happen because he starts swarming the field and we got problems. So I'm going to go ahead and Fiendish Chain him. Now, maybe I should have just used Algetti's effect and sent it back to hand, but then next turn I'd have had the same problem. I could have waited to see what he exceeded, but or went for, but the truth be told, if he brought out Fultro, that could be problems, and I don't want him to get 2 Sabers on the field to where he has that at his disposal. He throws 2 face downs, obviously. One was probably the one that I compulsed basically last turn. I'm going to go ahead and activate Pallades' effect, sending the one in the probably behind Borgonaut Knight, I'm thinking. Yeah. Back to his hand. This way it keeps him limited to what options he has. Now with Pallades gone, this is usually the time that I'll bring out the 1 Constellar set M7 that I have, because, you know, ooh, nice. Algetti and draw into a Tenkai, which basically means Algetti and draw into a Kaus, which is always good in a Constellar deck. I mean, you want to get Kaus as much as possible. Kaus, however you pronounce his name. You want to get him as much as possible because this card pretty much lets you make your biggest plays. Now, all depends on what that face down is. Is it a bluff? Is it bottomless solemn? I mean, that's going to cause a lot of issues if it's a solemn. Or a bottomless for that matter, because it could prevent me from making the exceed I want. So far, no Valor and no breakthrough skill, Fiendish Chain, nothing to negate the effect or destroy the monster to where Kaus couldn't be summoned. I'm going to go ahead and M7 my Pallades, because let's face it, it's useless right now. Next turn I can get at least 1 card back to hand. Could come in handy. Now the question is, what should... Alright, I'm going to go for Omega, it seems like. Probably a safe bet, not knowing what that face down is. And now if they try to Torrential Tribute, Dimensional Prison, whatever, I can just detach. That's something I didn't know, though. Maybe I've been playing the deck, but I haven't really focused on the types. I didn't know Omega was a Beast Warrior. Just, okay, that's learning something new today. It's not really irrelevant, except for the extra 100 attack points, of course, in this situation. Now, no matter what he activates, Mirror Force, Prison, you know, any of that shit, it's just useless. So, okay, M7 attacks. Probably should have had, but I don't think it really matters in the end who attacks what. It all equals out in the same. 800 plus 25 is 33. If he attacked 25 to 19, that would be 600 plus 27, which is also 33. So in the end, it would have equaled out to 3,300 points of damage, dropping him, of course, down to 49. Oh, nice. No, his face down card is a defense draw, negating the damage, so he only took that 800. So I'm kind of glad I did attack with that. And he got to draw a card. That's a tech you do not actually ever see used. Not saying it's a bad tech, it's just different. Not really too sure my thoughts on that. That's, wow. I haven't seen that card played with since, well, actually ever. Nice tech, and he thanks me for it, and he says that I'm very good, which I appreciate. I mean, I consider myself an average duelist at best. I know the name Yu-Gi-Oh! Deckmaster makes you probably think I have like a god complex or some shit like that, but I don't know, just like the sound of the name. He foolish burials what? Why would pojo. Why would an X-Saber deck foolish burial anything? Well, I guess Regera could be okay, because ain't there some kind of loop with Fultro and Regera that like could basically make you lose your whole fucking hand? I know Gotham's involved in that somehow. Okay, so he sets a face down. Maybe it's another defense draw, or I don't know. He ends his turn with that. Not sure. Enter my draw phase. Draw into Algetti. Okay, I'm gonna go. I can add a monster thanks to this guy's effect from grave or field to hand. I'll send plays that's attached to it. Obviously, with me drawing into another Algetti, let me see what I have to work with. I can add Pollux. I can add Kaus, Pashul, Borgonon Knight, Ragugera. And obviously Kaus is probably the best choice because this will allow me to go for something. I mean, I got no clue what the fuck that face down is, but I'm pretty safe, I think. I mean, if it turns out to be a Torrential Tribute, I do Algetti. He chains Torrential. Torrential would resolve before Kaus would be summoned, I believe, and I can always detach for Omega and keep them safe. So, not too worried here. Same concept with Bottomless, because Bottomless doesn't negate the summon, so he's still on the field. Now, obviously, with me having Kaus here, unless it's a breakthrough skill, this next XYZ is highly underused. Okay, yeah, now I remember what I'm going for. At this point in time, I was thinking, okay, I don't know what he has, but I know I can end it this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Kaus's effect, making Algetti in itself a level 5. Go ahead, you already beat me. Okay, so he's basically either being a smartass, but he doesn't seem like the type. I think he's serious. I think he's admitting, I lost, but, if you want to go out in a big blaze of glory, or you want to make me go out in a big blaze of glory, go right ahead. Seems like a nice guy. I like the name Reiner. It sounds awesome. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. This is one card I really feel is underused, and I pray they make a reprint down the line of a holo rarity of it, preferably Ultimate. Konami, if you're listening, Ultimate. I do love me Ultimates, but if not Ultimate, Secret. I'd be happy with either. Not a big fan of Ghosts, because have y'all noticed when you look at Ghosts, I don't know, the picture, you can never really find a mint ghost. The picture's always scrunched up some. And of course, the monster I'm talking about is Shark Fortress. Now, a lot of people, I haven't really seen a lot of people use this card. I mean, even he thinks that I'm going for Crimson Ninja or Excalibur. And this card is like Ninja, except I can, as he says, almost the same as Ninja. True. But he lets you let any of my monsters attack. Anyway, let any one of my monsters attack twice, and he still can attack, I think is what I'm basing. Plus, he still can attack, yeah. Which is cool, because most monsters like this that have the whole, you know, I'll let you do this, attack directly, or double attack or whatever, but none of your other monsters can attack this turn. He's not like that. I get to detach Kaus, select M7. Now M7 can attack twice, Omega can attack once, and Shark Fortress can attack. Now, if he was to play a Mirror Force at this time, it would still be game, because 27-27 is 56, he's only 49, and Omega could still protect him. No. Okay, and, you know, that's one of the cool things about this. I feel Shark Fortress is underused. If you can do a rank 5, you should run one of them. Because if you get the clear field and the possibility, he can turn any deck into an OTK deck. Opponent's down to 22. If this attack goes through, that'll be game. I tell him good game. And... does he have a counter after all? He says, one more attack, please. I'm not entirely sure what he means by that. Maybe it has something to do with the face-down card in front of us. I'm betting on us finding out once this damn thing's done loading. Okay, oh, Spirit Force. What's this card do? Activate only during the damage calculation during an opponent's turn. You take no battle damage from your grave. Add one warrior tuner monster with 1500 or less defense from grave to hand. And let me guess, Pashul, being in his grave, is warrior. He took no damage from that, but yet again, I got two other monsters I can attack with, so obviously both are strong enough to take him out for game. That's the look I got. I feel this deck is very consistent on getting out level 5s. But you can also get out a lot of level 4s. It really can be played tons of different ways with the ranking system. So until next time, I say peace out, rock on.